My name is Sarah Woodbury. I'm here today with my husband Dan to talk about Criccieth Castle.
Little known fact, the game of cricket was invented there, and it's just a bastardization of that.
I can't believe that's your question. No, it wasn't. Criccieth Castle is a castle built by Llywelyn Fawr. It is actually one of the few Welsh castles not sited on a previously occupied site, which is kind of interesting because it's actually built on a promontory in Tremadog Bay. It has views of Snowdonia, of the Llyn Peninsula, and all the way to the Gwynedd mainland where Harlech Castle is, though Harlech was built later. Important also is it can be supplied from the sea. The first mention of Criccieth is in 1239 in the Chronicle of the Princes, which says that Llywelyn imprisoned his eldest son Griffith here. That's something that we talked about last week. If you were to approach the castle today, the big feature you see first is two D-shaped towers which form the gatehouse. These two towers were the original construction, these two and then the surrounding curtain wall. Llywelyn Fawr built this initial central building. Llywelyn ap Griffith then built the external curtain wall all the way around, changing the gate from the two big towers, which look very much like a gate now because the curtain wall is about 2 feet high, to the back of the castle. I'm standing in the outer gatehouse, which was built by the second Llywelyn. It is in contrast to the inner gatehouse built by his grandfather, which faces the land. This one obviously is on the tip, it faces the sea. So a besieger, if they were going to besiege the front gate, had to walk all the way under the walls on this promontory we're on to the back, presumably under fire the whole time. Llywelyn ap Griffith also built two additional towers, one on the seaside and one on the inland side. This is the north, or the engine tower. Well, the foundations of it, it was at least 2 stories high, and it was called the engine tower because a siege engine sat on the top of it. I'm standing above the water source for the castle. It was a natural spring discovered during the construction of the castle, inconveniently located in the gatehouse. So the gatehouse is a little weird of a place to have it, but it did supply water to the castle in times of war. After the Edwardian conquest of Wales, Edward refurbished the castle and spent £500 to strengthen its defenses. In 1294, Criccieth was besieged by Madog ap Llywelyn, who was in rebellion against King Edward at the time. The castle held out in large part because it had the well inside and could be fortified from Ireland. We actually have a list of some of the supplies that they sent. They include 6,000 herrings, 550 large salt fish, 30 quarters of wheat, 27 quarters of beans, 20 pounds of twine for the crossbows, 50 stockings, 45 pairs of shoes, 24 salted pigs, and 18 cheeses.
6,000 herrings.
It's a lot of herring. You gotta really like herring to eat that much herring.
Or you've got to be really hungry.
Yes, that's true. Which you would be if the castle was being besieged.
That's true.
I have a soft spot for Criccieth because it provides one of the opening scenes to my book, Daughter of Time, the prequel to the After Cymeri series. It's from the battlements of Criccieth that Llywelyn ap Griffith watches Meg time travel into medieval Wales. Next week, we're going to talk about another one of Llywelyn Fawr's stone castles, Dulwedd Ellen. Siege engine on the top that could hurl. After the Edwardian conquest.
What just happened?
If you like this video, click on the playlist or subscribe to my channel. There'll be a new video next week. And if you want to check out my books, click on the link to my webpage.